up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka JustTenMoreMinutes, aka the Freaking 10, back again with more from the warning, because what day is it? It's warning day. And looking at the title of this song of Show Me the Light, you know, is this going to be another bright, show me the light of escape from a relationship? Is it going to be a show me a light of a relationship? Is this going to be a show me a light of a path in life? I mean, there's so many different aspects that this could be used in. I love the title though. Show me the light is one that it's just like if you're going into the store, the bookstore, right? What gets you? The title, right? If you were to walk up and down these aisles and you see this book called Show Me the Light, it's probably going to be one that you could think, oh, is this a religious book? Is this a relationship book? Now, of course, obviously, depending on the section you're in, you're going to know. But in general, if you see a title of Show Me the Light, it might just spark that little bit of curiosity. So I like their title selection here. Let's see how the lyrics go. I know the music's going to be great. I know the song's going to be great. That part I'm not worried about. It's more of let's see what story they tell, because this is a just fantastic album. Honestly, I'm still a little shook from Copper Bullets. That one is replayed in my head quite a bit, both in good and bad ways, just based on own personal history. But that's not something against the band when I say good or bad way. It's just what it brings up. But yeah, that's not against them. That's just a personal thing. But this one, I like the title. Let's see where the story goes. Let's check it out. Okay, softer.
Take my pain and despair and throw it away. Let them starve by themselves, let them decay. We don't need them anymore. When we crumble to the ground, we'll build ourselves up. When we're lost, we'll be found. Please don't give up on the things that we will have. Tell me how it feels like, take off your disguise. Show me the light. Bring me down into your level. Make me a rebel, the sealer of your heart.
Interesting. It's got a completely different feel to the other stuff, which is a good thing. What I was saying interesting too in the first part was the delivery of the lyrics, right? And when I look at these lyrics, let me just be transparent for a second here. So here are the lyrics, right? Here's where I get that information, of that album when it was released, all that. And so, I see take my pain and despair and throw it away. Let them starve by themselves. Let them decay. But the interesting thing here, right? And I'm talking about, well, you can't see my cursor, is when they deliver the line right here of let them decay, but it was let them starve by themselves, let them decay. We don't need them anymore, right? So that's the difference for me, is instead of completing that line and holding out the word decay after already doing so, you've got a rhyme scheme there. Take my pain and despair and throw it away. Let them starve by themselves, let them decay. But then we don't need, right? And then they finished them anymore. And they did it on the next one as well, and I like that change of cadence. That's a cool, I like that. So now let me look at it from the true lyrics. So take my pain and despair and throw it away. Let them starve by themselves. Let them decay. We don't need them anymore. When we crumble to the ground, we build ourselves up. When we're lost, we'll be found. Please don't give up on the things that we will have. Tell me how it feels. Tell me how it feels like. Take off your disguise. Show me the light. Bring me down to your level. Make me a rebel, the stealer of your heart. I have a general idea of where this could go, of someone trying to win over someone and saying, hey, don't give me all that facade BS, that people do when they first meet of, this isn't who I, or, giving that false sense of self of who they are versus who they really are. Let's see where it goes.
Stop the wait, here's our chance right now to look back. Let's be free, show the world we'll turn out right. What we need is one we have.
Good harmony.
The two of us, it's enough, let's make our way. Let's forget yesterday, start over again. Take me far, don't think it twice. Tell me how it feels like, take off your disguise. Show me the light, bring me down into your level, make me a rebel. Hold me, please never leave. I need a daily poisoning. Your
Nice,
words
nice.
so deep, cut into me. Whispers so loud, they're deafening. Hold me, please never leave. I need a daily poisoning. Your words so deep, cut into me. Whispers so loud, they're deafening.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop it there because it's an interesting cadence of this, because now it's very pronunciated at the end of this, right? The two of us, it's enough. Let's make our own way. Let's forget yesterday and start over again. Take me far. Don't think it twice. I like that. I like the delivery of that. But if we go back one, that's kind of my, I don't know. I'll explain that one in a second. But if we go back one more, right at the start of the second one, stop the wait. Here's our chance. Try not to look back. Let's be free. Show the world. We'll turn out right. What we need is what we have. And they did the same cadence of let's be free. Show the world. We'll turn out right. What we need is what we have. So same cadence there. But I really like that line, those lines of the two of us, it's enough. Let's make our own way. Let's forget yesterday and start over again. Take me far, don't think it twice. I'm sitting here and I'm when you look back at the first verse of this and you talk about, take my pain and despair and throw it away. Let them starve by themselves. Let them decay. We don't need them anymore. And take off your disguise. I mean, it was almost like an introduction into the relationship, right? Of, take all that past pain and despair and we can move forward. But in this one, I guess you could say the same thing because stop the wait. Here's our chance. Try not to look back. So ignore the past. Let's be free and show the world will turn out right. What we need is what we have already. Just the two of us, it's enough. Let's make our own way. Let's forget yesterday and start over again. Because my first thought, now reading it, yes, it continues down the same path. My first thought was, oh, okay, you know, they've been in a relationship, but it kind of failed, and now they're saying they just need each other and that's enough. But it still can hold that same part because it's now, you know, this, and I say introduction, right? I mean, obviously, you know, first date, you're not going to go, oh, all we need is each other and we're done, right? Very rare. But meaning introduction, you know, a couple of dates and things like that, where you really get to figure out who that person is. Take me far, don't think it twice. But then it gets into, so that part all fits, right? Tell me how it feels like. Take off your disguise. Show me the light. Bring me down into your level. Make me a rebel. And here's the part where it's just a really cool cadence to me. Hold me, please. Never leave. I need a daily poisoning. So again, making those rhyme. But then on top of that, your words so deep cut into me, whisper so loud they're deafening. And then repeating that again. So you get the leave and poisoning, which they make, you know, with the pronunciation. But then leave and me, they get. And then poisoning, deafening, me and deafening. It's just a really cool way that they did that with the pronunciations because you hear her pronunciate those differently. And the cadence in which it's delivered, I love that. It's an emphasizing the words to get that true emotion and the feeling behind it. And she also does that thing with her voice where she it it wasn't the crack because that's her natural voice, but she knows at this point how to control it and where to put that in, and it fits so well. This is why I think, you know, I love Danny and Ollie. Pow is so underrated. We all know it. As Warning fans, we all know it. I don't mean this in the sense of that they don't. I'm talking about on a larger scale because Danny's voice is absolutely amazing. Danny puts across a lot of emotion in her vocals and knows how to put those facial expressions as a performer. Pow's got this voice that when she starts singing, you shut up and listen. And again, that's not knocking Danny. These are two different individuals that you don't compare against each other. If you separate them and you were to say, okay, now coming to the stage, here's Pow, right? Own performance. She's got a completely different vocal set than what Danny does. Pow's voice can capture a room. With the type of songs that she likes singing, there's something about her voice that resonates with me. Now, the flip side with Danny, again, Danny by herself, Danny's got this presence about her that you just can't help but smile and freaking love. You know, Ollie's that underrated that's just waiting to come out of her shell that can outbass you any freaking day of the week. But you don't really, you know what she kind of holds vocally. But man, when she unleashes that in the future, that's going to be freaking dangerous. All right, let's finish this one out. This is a really good song. I like it. Oh. Wow.
Tell me how it feels like. Tell me how it feels like. Tell me how it feels like. Take off your disguise. Show me the light. Bring me down into your level. Make me a rebel, the stealer of your heart. Please never leave. I need a daily stealer. Your heart so deep, cut into me. Whisper so loud, the stealer of your heart.
You know, that's just a very. I don't think there's anything else. No. Okay. It's one of those that I'd like to hear the explanation on, because a point that I missed as I was going through and started breaking down their voices that I meant to make was when they said, "Hold me, please, never leave. I need a daily poisoning. Your words so deep cut into me. Whisper so loud they're deafening." Were they saying the daily poisoning? Because again, when you start using words like poisoning and phrases like cut into me, is that a dysfunctional relationship where, someone's trying to hold on to the relationship? And because you could take it and look at it the same way, right? Again, going back to the beginning, when you talk about we don't need them anymore, when we crumble to the ground, we build ourselves up. When we're lost, we'll be found. Please don't give up on the things that we will have. Because that is, give me one more chance, and, things will be different this time, and this is what we can have. And yes, we've crumbled in the past. So you could look at it both ways. You could look at it as individual, bad situations that these people are coming out of and there. But then when you get to the lines of I need a daily poisoning, your words so deep cut into me, whisper so loud they're deafening. That leads me to more of that poisoning. That poisoning really gets me from a usage perspective, because you could put in a lot of words there. To get across a point, but to say poisoning, really it is knowing that you're in this dysfunctional, but not really wanting to let go and show me the light of where we can be. I don't know. This one's a little confusing from that standpoint, not in a bad way, but it's an interpretation thing, right? But musically, that part where they went into the guitar, my apologies. I think you saw probably my clock on the when my toolbar was up there. It's 5 o'clock. But this one, just that guitar, like that takes their compositions to a whole nother level, because as a rock band, right? We hear them putting out these hits where, you're wanting to jump around, you got that emotion. But this one just brings you down, and you're just like, wow. That's Like when I was sitting there hearing that guitar, like instantly I could have closed my eyes and pictured myself, on a beach, quite honestly. It just had that nice calming effect to it. I would love to hear them, similar to, uh, Black Holes, but I would love to hear them do another softer song like that that just grabs you emotionally. Because this has some power parts to it, but man, that guitar solo, holy crap. It didn't need to be fancy, but it brought out that just emotion. It's a great song. Another great song. I'm interested to see the live performance, and see how it comes across to the crowd. This, man. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking back on all the songs, and I'm like, Wildfire again is the one that just stands out, that even though I get what it's about now, obviously, um, that's still the outlier on the album that just doesn't hit as hard to me. The rest of them, absolutely amazing. All right, let's get into some live versions. Love the song. Just the when you, and there wasn't really anything new in those last bits, right? So the tell me how it feels like repeated, and then talking about the whisper so loud, the stealer of your heart, etc. So there's no reason to dive deeper into those, but those first couple of lyrics and all that, absolutely great. Very psychological song, and I love those. All right, let's get to the live versions. Y'all know who I am and what I'm about. I'm JTMM. Like, subscribe, and share. We got more warning coming. I'm out.